Alright everybody, doing a little work on the tailgate. So I went ahead and took a wire wheel on my little drill. There's Elvis going at it. So I got my drill, small hammer, a little center punch, and a spot weld cutter. Let me see if I can, that's what a spot weld cutter looks like. It's got a spring-loaded little tip, and then it has like a hole saw. And so once we make a center punch, and it'll go down on there like that, and you push down, and once it gets going, it starts to cut. So it's going to cut around the exterior. That you don't want to go too far because you'll go all the way through, and that's the hard part. You got to kind of gauge it. So we're going to do that, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys the finished product. But yep, spot weld cutter, center punch hammer, and a small little cordless drill with a wire wheel. Basic hand tools. So let's give this a try. Alright, so quick little update. So I showed you guys earlier where I had cleaned. So I've gone through and I've used my spot welder. So I'm going to try to get in here and so you guys can see. I'm going to put a little bit of, let me get a little better spot here. I don't know if you can see that flexing. So you should be able to see that flexing right there. That means it's cut loose from the spot weld. Okay, so I've gone through and I've done all the inner side, okay, and so those are all done. Now, if you notice, it's raised up here on this edge, and that's the panel separation. But what I've done is I've gone in with a small chisel to put pressure in between. So what I do is as I'm drilling, so I don't go all the way through, I pop the chisel in. Let's see here, about like that, and I pound it in there a little bit. And so what I do is I put a little pressure up. So once I get through that spot weld, it pops. And I don't keep going and go through, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to come through the backside flange. So you want to stop. Now, hang tight with your ears a little bit. So when we go back to put this together, body work and all that, hold on a second. Those are going to flatten right back out, smooth them out, and then this will all get re-welded in here. I'll drill these, grind these little spot welds down the road, what's left, and then that'll be a nice fillet in there. And then so when we get all done, then these will all be body work. So we'll go back, we'll fill all these in, we'll knock them all down flat, and then we will put a little filler in there, smooth everything out. So yeah, you won't see the original spot weld mark anymore, but hey, you know what? That's a-okay with me, because I'm going to get in there and treat and cure all that rust. So hey, I got a couple of new guys out here today. This is my son Anthony with the NASA shirt, and that's Andrew over there, who just probably is a little bit uncomfortable right now because I threw him on camera. Andrew, get over here. So hopefully you guys get your kids out and start teaching them young. So I'm trying to teach the boys a little bit about hand tools. My oldest, Anthony's going to take a 4-H metalworking class this year. So yeah, definitely I try to instill some of this stuff in them. Doesn't always work. I usually get their attention for a minute or two and then they're gone. But I know they're picking it up, and so it's a good thing to pass it on. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and I'm going to try to get this piece out because I want to really see how that piece comes out and show you guys what I'm trying to do. Okay? All right, I'll be back. All right, so I got my son Anthony recording here for me, and so I've got the back side of this all released, and I'm starting around the top. Now I noticed one thing is that it's pinned. As this lip comes over, it's spot welded across here, so I may have to relieve a couple of these to get this out. I don't know yet, but I got to continue cutting. And so like I said, I pry up on this a little bit, I get some pressure on it, and then I hit it with the spot weld, and I kind of wiggle it until I see it release, or I give it another little pop. Yep, almost. That's it. There it went, just popped. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going, and hopefully we can get this sucker out.
Dad, we gotta grab a wrench. This one won't budge. Not this one, but not this one.
All right, so I've got the spot welds cut, and I'm trying to get this out. So I've got movement in the piece, but the problem I'm having, and I got to go back and probably grind some of these down, is some of the spots. I can't, like in this tight area, I can't get the sheet metal quite up and over it. So I may have to try to get in there and knock some of that down so it'll slip out. So that's, you know, I'm encountering that. But all this is broke over here, and I got a lot of flexibility. I don't think I have another spot up in this corner, but I might. So I'll see. So we're gonna pause back again, and I'm gonna try to turn this over and see if I can't get the bottom side working out. Maybe this way I can slip this out this way. So we're gonna try that. So okay, we'll see. Okay, everyone, I got it out. So this is what we got. So what I ended up doing is there's a hole, a drain hole, an original drain hole back here in the back. Come around here, Anthony. And so what I did is I used this drift punch, and I started drifting this edge out. And as I got it out, I was able to pry up through here to get the sheet metal up over the sheet metal that's left from the spot welds. And then once I got it moving, then I just used the drift punch through here like this and tapped all the way down, and then boom, came out. So watch right here. This is what I'm trying to avoid right here. See, there's no sense in restoring this panel on the outside, and then you're left with all this on the inside, and this will only come back to haunt you and come back later. So what the goal right now is, and I know you can't see in there, but let's pour it out. So go ahead and pick it up, Anthony. Let me see if I can pick this up and drop this out. So we come around there. Come around this way, buddy. All right. So watch the bottom. Okay, so all that rust is what's accumulated inside the tailgate. That's good, buddy. They know what it is. So the goal is to get in there and treat all that and at least stop it from getting any worse. I will pop the other side out, and so we'll come back and we're gonna dolly all this flat. This will all flatten down. You won't even see any of that from me knocking on it. And then all these right here, we'll come back and we'll knock all these down. We'll true this edge back up. This is going to get cleaned up and blasted and primered. And then along these edges, I'll clean back off. And then we'll use a spray-through weldable primer when we put them back on. And so that right there, that little pocket hole, once this is on, we'll clamp up tight. That'll make a nice, awesome weld. It's never going to come off.
See-through, spray-through?
See-through. Did I say see-through? No, I didn't. What did I say? I said weldable. Did I say see-through?
No.
Don't be messing with me. My son, he's always trying to mess with me. Anyway, that's the plan. So we're going to save this tailgate. And like I told you guys the other day, I mean, this took me probably a half an hour tonight, so I can get the other end done. It's not costing me anything but my time right now. So if I'm going to save anywhere, like I said, between about $360 to anywhere close to $500 for a quality tailgate, it's going to take my time. Some good quality time with my boy, huh? Anthony's gonna help me get a YouTube channel going, so I'll have to have you guys get on my YouTube channel once I get that going. Like and subscribe, and I'll try to post all the videos that I've done already, and I'll continue to post on there, and maybe he can help me get a little more sophisticated with this. So anyway, guys, get out there, work on your projects. You can do this. Get your kids involved. They'll love it. I think so anyway. And yeah, cool stuff. I'm really excited. This is awesome. So this was a huge step. I'm going to get this all cleaned up. And I can't wait to get this thing back together. So, all right, guys. Good night.